welcome to my channel, Lena Mystic. So today I'm going to do a requested personality reading. So each different section is going to be for different personalities. You just pick either the first section, which is the tiger's eye. You pick the second section, which is the amethyst. Third section, which is malachite. Fourth section, which is black obsidian, and fifth section, which is rose quartz. So once you pick that section, or if you're trying to pick that section, you're not quite sure yet, just pause the video. If you've already picked the section that you know that you want, I am going to go ahead along with this video so we can wrap it up because it's gonna take a while. Honestly, this is gonna take a while. So I'm gonna stamp the times in the description box or like the comment section so that you know what time to pick for your particular section. I'm gonna start off with section 1, tiger's eye. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let me put this over here so you guys can see. My bad. All right, so I see the strength card. Let's hope we can get a better view of that. The strength card. So here I see that you are a calmer. You calm people. You can calm even the most hectic people. You see how she's calming the lion? She's putting him to sleep. You're pretty powerful and calming. You might be a healer. You're definitely a lover. You give people comfort. Maybe you're a good listener or you just have a calming energy. People probably tell you that you're a really good listener, and random people probably come up to you and start talking to you about themselves, and you may not even know who they are. I see the infinity symbol, so you probably have a lot of love to give. You're probably a sharer. You have a lot of courage. Your spirit is definitely strong. You're probably a survivor, like you've probably been through a lot of things in your life, and you're pretty forgiving. Sorry, I have a lot of dogs in my neighborhood. You probably easily see all viewpoints of situations, and you might be pretty resourceful. And when you're going through stuff, you're probably going through it in grace. Alright, and that's the strength card. Come here, Rudy. Sorry, guys. I try to keep this room fairly quiet, but can't really help it because I have so many dogs in the neighborhood. This card is the Justice card. So with this card, I can see that you're probably trying to find the balance in your life. You may be the type of person that sees all viewpoints, and pretty much you can help people to understand the viewpoint of all sections so that everybody, everybody might not be just right or wrong. It may be the way that they see things, and you understand that as a person. You even respect that as a person. You know that people think differently, people were raised differently, people are just different, and they may have done something for good intentions, although it didn't come off good. You're probably pretty trustworthy, and you might even help people find the balance in their lives. Once again, people probably randomly come to you and express the way they feel about situations that you may not even have been there to see, but you can help them figure out what to do or how to feel about the situation. I can tell that you're probably a fair person. You're probably really honest and a fair person. You're thoughtful. You're definitely thoughtful. You think of others. Right now, you should probably ask yourself, what's not balanced in your own life? because you may be needing to find the balance in you and with what you want to do in life. That's the Justice card. So now we have 5 of Pentacles. So I can definitely see that you've probably been beat in life, or you feel like you've been beat in life. You probably turn down help a lot, which is something that you shouldn't do anymore. Stop turning down help. If you need help, you get the help that people are offering, as long as you feel like they're of light, positivity, and good energy. You may feel like an outcast right now, but you have to stop expecting the worst. I can tell you definitely expect the worst in people and situations a lot of the time, but that has to stop. You have to be more positive even when things get hard, and you have to stop neglecting yourself. I can see that you're probably neglecting the things that you need, or the basic needs in life. It's probably time for you to take care of yourself. Probably not giving yourself care. You're probably giving a lot of care to other people, but you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. I can see that you need to regain your power and start picking up the pace. No more complaining, no more saying, you know, my life sucks. Just stop feeling like you deserve the hardship that you're going through or that you've been through. You need to understand that hardship comes to you to build your armor and not to strip it. So start building your armor and stop letting it be stripped from you. You're definitely blessed, but you may not see it that way. You may see that, you know, a lot of bad things are happening to you, but a lot of bad things that happen to people are just to strengthen them. It's not to weaken them. So you have to make sure you're using it to strengthen you. You're probably the type to give out like empowering information. Like you might tell someone, look on the bright side of things, but you need to also be looking on the bright side of things. You need to be making sure that the advice that you're giving to people, you're taking it in as well. And like I said before, stop resisting the help from others, especially when you need it. This card we have the Hangman. It looks like you're probably looped up in something. You're trying to get out. You're trying to be free of a certain circumstance or a situation. Maybe you're self-sacrificing yourself. You might feel powerless. You might feel lost. You might be feeling like you were left behind. Maybe you're even putting something on hold for the safety of someone else. Like you're putting your wants and your needs on hold so that someone else can get their wants and their needs. Are you maybe hiding yourself and people are hurtfully judging you on it? Because if they are, you know, you need to be living the life that you feel like is the life you want to live. I mean, of course, don't hurt other people, but you need to be living your life for you as well. You're probably off-putting a lot of stuff for yourself. But life is not going to be worth living if you're just trying to make everyone happy, but truly no one ever is going to be happy with the decisions you're making. People are always going to judge you. But in the end, you need to be making sure that you're living life for you and not for other people, because people are always going to judge. It's time to let go of being the victim or feeling like you're just a victim, and you once again need to gather your strength and release yourself from this victimization. You know, release yourself from whatever you feel is holding you back. I can see you're probably a religious person, or you're probably following by, you know, laws or something, like some type of practice. And and you may not be asking the questions you need to be asking. You may just be following by, expecting things to work out and expecting people to be honest and truthful, but that could lead you in the wrong way if you're not asking the right questions. So you may be wondering, well, what is faith if I'm asking questions? Honestly, you're just building your faith when you ask questions. You're not weakening your faith. You're just figuring out more. It's almost like you're studying something. You need to know the root and the cause of things so that you can do them the right way, because you may even read a passage from whatever religion you're in and misinterpret it because you're not asking those proper questions. You're probably the type of person to focus on ethical matters. Like, is this right to do? Is this wrong to do? Like, you're probably asking yourself a lot of those questions almost every day, if not all day, every day. All right, and that's Tiger's Eye. So overall, you're calmer, you take care of people, you're focused on what's right and wrong in life. You may be feeling like you're a little stranded, left behind, and that, you know, maybe you're being controlled. You're also feeling like you're beat. You're not really asking for help. You're not really taking help. You're saying that you're all right, but you're really not. So that's your type of personality. I can definitely see that you're strong, but even strong people need help. Even strong people need to be checked on. So allow yourself to get help and allow yourself to be checked on. And that's rounding up of Tiger's Eye. Now we're on section 2, Amethyst. All right. So with this card, I feel like you're probably a wise person. You may be on a search for something. You're probably a very productive person. And in your life, you probably sacrifice yourself. Like, let's say that all your cousins want to go out somewhere and you want to go too, but somebody has to babysit. So you're probably the type of person to be like, oh, I'll stay, I'll babysit. Right now in your life, you might be school hunting, job hunting, house hunting. You're hunting for something. It's like you're on a search. You're on a search for something. You're definitely offering a lot of assistance to people in life. Maybe that may be with money or even just your time or security. People may say that you're a workaholic, or you may even think yourself you're a workaholic. Like you might turn down fun a lot or family time a lot because you feel like you have work to do. Make sure you're taking some time for yourself, you know? That was Knight of Pentacles. This is Seven of Swords. Okay, so definitely with this card, it seems like you're hiding something. Like you might be sneaky about something in particular. Maybe you're avoiding a confrontation. Maybe you're hiding yourself or your true self from other people. But you have to remember that anyone that doesn't accept the real you shouldn't be the people that you are trying your best to please in life. It seems like you're probably in a situation that you believe you have to be very cautious about and discreet about it. And that's what I gathered from this card. I'm going to move on to the next one, Two of Pentacles. So it seems like you might be trying to please everybody. Maybe your family, your friends, job or relationship is giving you, they're all giving you demands, and you're trying to make sure that you fulfill all of those demands and that you make everybody happy. But at the end of the day, you need to be making sure that you're pleasing yourself as well. Of course you need to think about others, which I know that you do, but you should at least be some type of pleased as well. And honestly, you're not gonna make everybody happy. Everybody's gonna be asking for that same time. Everybody's gonna be asking for that same effort. You need to start putting priorities together. Like, if you want your relationship to be first, you need to make sure your relationship comes first. If you want your job to be first, then you need to make sure that you make whatever you want your priority to be your priorities. I think you should start taking more time out of your day to do something that makes you happy, something that pleases you, because it looks like you're pleasing a lot of people. You're probably tired. You're giving a lot of yourself, but you might feel like people aren't giving you that much. Like, you may expect people to just give all their time to you because you've done that for them, but that's not really how life works. You need to make things clear. If you feel like something isn't right, you need to say it's not right. If you feel like someone needs to be making more time for you, you need to say that as well. But don't just give all yourself out and be empty. All right, so with this one, I can see that in your life right now, you probably believe that you're in battle. Like, you might be battling to figure out your priorities or battling out the rough times that you've been through. You feel like you're just getting by, like you're just skimming through. You're just going on with whatever is going on. And you might be living like a blah type of life. Like, well, I guess, like, I can do that, I guess, that's fine. You're almost like you're acting a little nonchalant about stuff. You might be suffering from depression, or you feel like you're about to fall into depression. But I think this is a time for you to build up your strength and to make more decisions that are going to benefit you. I see that you're giving a lot of yourself. You're giving all that you have, but you need to ask yourself, is it going to be worth it if you're just going to fall into a deep depression, or if you have nothing more to give at all? Looks like you're probably searching for something again. Like, maybe you're searching for comfort. Honestly, sometimes, you have to give yourself that comfort that you're searching for, though. So make sure you are working on yourself. It looks like almost all of these cards are showing me that you need to be working on you. The Fool. Okay, so right now in life, you might be going through life looking or thinking like a child. You might be too trusting, and you're probably very curious and open to things. People may think of you as spontaneous and playful. I'm not sure. Normally this card represents like the type of people who are not the ones to make commitments, maybe relationship-wise, job-wise, or just something. You're not the type to make commitments, really. But I'm not sure if that's you, but if it is, then let me know in the description box. Like I told you, I am still practicing. But I can see that you probably improvise a lot. And you might think in your head before you do crazy things and be like, hey, why not? You're probably very adventurous, and people may tell you that you're reckless. But I think this is the time for you to reflect and ask yourself, what risk have you taken without the security of a safety net, or even just a way out? And that is me wrapping up this section of Amethyst. All right, section number 3, the middle section of the day, is Malachite. All right. Looks to me like you're probably feeling like you were defeated, or you are being defeated. Maybe someone betrayed you. You're probably the type to learn from your failures. Like, you don't just think of yourself as a failure or just say, you know, I failed. You take notes. You learn from what you did and you move on from there, and you improve the way you react to things in that particular like situation. You might have been forced to give up something recently, or you feel like you're in a position right now where you have to give up or let go of something. But this might be the right time for you to test out your plan B. So don't look on the negative side of things. Just know that everything in life is to steer you the right way. It looks like you have a lot to offer. You're probably a pretty happy person, a happy-go-lucky like person. You're going on with life, and you just, you know, you're going on with life with being content with what you have or what's going on. You probably smile a lot. You might enjoy a lot of material things, or, you know, even emotional or sensual things. Did you maybe just get like something that you really wanted, or you just reached a goal? It seems like you're probably pretty proud of it, and you're showing, you're telling people, yeah, I did this, or I just got this. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations on whatever it was. All right, let's move on to this next one, the Knight of Cups. Okay, I see you, little romantic. I can definitely see that you're romantic. You're probably sensitive. You probably write poems. You're probably pretty poetic, or maybe you read poems to the person that you like or something. You're probably spiritually directed. You may be a peacemaker. You're definitely the type to follow your heart. You're a giver, and right now, you might be offering forgiveness or even making amends with people. People may say that you're a dreamer. You may even think of yourself as a dreamer. It seems like you have some dreams, but you may not be putting in all the work that you need to for those dreams to become reality. So keep working hard, stay dedicated, keep dreaming, but work too. All right, this is the 9 of Rods. I can see that you're looking forward to something. Maybe you're thinking of the future. Maybe you're trying to plan for the future. I definitely see that you're courageous, and you might also be a little bit stubborn. People may call you stubborn pretty often. You don't look like you buckle under pressure. You probably stand your stance, and that's it. That's the type of person you are. But you also may be a little paranoid. Maybe you went through something and you just look at everything like that. But make sure that you're being open. Oops. All right, Queen of Pentacles. I can see that you're a caregiver. You probably love pets. You probably have a few pets. You're probably pretty crafty and have a lot of hobbies that you take part in. It looks like you take the safe way, and you don't really take that many risks. It also seems that you like the earth, like you connect with it. Maybe you like to garden, or you like being outdoors, or you like looking at the moon or running in the rain, something like that. But I definitely see that you probably love pets a lot. And it looks like you're pretty compassionate. All right, and that is section number 3, Malachite. Section number 4, Black Obsidian. sun and the moon. Right away, I can tell you're a dreamer. All right. So from this card, I can tell that you're probably wise. You're compassionate, trustworthy. You're probably a leader, and you're probably pretty self-sacrificing. You probably give out a lot of emotional support, but you're putting your own emotions behind, and you're not supporting your own emotions. Maybe when you feel shadow feelings, you store them somewhere else and put a smile on instead and keep it moving. But make sure you're allowing yourself to feel all things, even if it's sadness, anger, destruction. Make sure you're allowing yourself a little while, to feel those, but don't let them overcome you. Don't let the shadow take over you. Be that light, but allow that light to have a break, Allow yourself to feel what you're truly feeling so that it doesn't all come out at once. Maybe you're the type to explode, like there's one last straw and you just explode on that one person. Don't let that happen. Let yourself overcome those feelings that you're feeling, but don't completely just store them in the back. Allow yourself to feel them first so you understand them. It looks to me like you might be feeling a little alone. Or maybe it's your feelings that you haven't quite expressed, so because you haven't expressed them, you feel like nobody understands. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely seems like you feel alone, though. It looks like you do have a lot to give, or maybe you're giving a lot, but you feel shut off. All right, Four of Swords. You may be the type of person to sit to yourself and think a lot. Like, you might be the type of person to observe other people. At this time, you might be canceling your appointments and making that time that you need to rest. You might be escaping from your feelings or your responsibilities. I definitely agree that it's time to take the rest that you need to recuperate. Ooh. From this card, I can tell that you are creative. You're a dreamer. You have a strong imagination. You're artistic, adventurous. You're emotional. You may be sensitive. People probably tell you that you're moody. But I definitely want to know what dreams are you having? Are you keeping a dream journal? Because if you do, your dreams are most likely trying to tell you something. Definitely let me know what you've seen in your dreams. Like, are you seeing different dimensions or realities? Leave a comment below because I'm completely interested. And from this card, I can tell that you are optimistic. You look on the bright side of things and you like to be positive. You're probably confident, outgoing, healthy. People see you as a leader. You're probably successful in almost anything that you do. People may tell you, like, how you might be the type of person to try something a few times and then just know it right off the break. You're pretty talented. It seems like you also like to empower people and you understand them because you see the good in everyone. And you're also the type to achieve your goals. All right, and that's section number 4, Black Obsidian. Now we're moving on to section number 5, Rose Quartz. Knight of Rods. You are confident, daring, self-motivated, sexually adventurous. You're a thrill seeker. You're probably the type to take a lot of risk. You might play sports or do something where you compete. You probably like to compete a lot. People may also think of you as a hero because you try to save the day a lot. You try to help people out. But people may also call you arrogant or reckless, or may tell you that you don't listen. But that's not always a bad thing. Just think of it as you're an innovator, okay? From this one, I can definitely tell that you've been through some things. You're probably wounding or letting in the pain, and you may be the type of person to take things personally, even if it wasn't directed to you. You might not like criticism. You don't like when people tell you something negative. Even if it's to be constructive, you don't like it. But right now, I think it's time for you to heal. If you're letting in the pain right now, that's the beginning of healing. So continue on that path. From this one, I can see that you are a successful person. You're probably appreciating your accomplishments. And you may even be making upgrades in your life. Like maybe you're getting a new house, or maybe you just graduated. Something like that, where you're just making those upgrades. It looks like you're intimate. You're an intimate person. You might be in love with someone right now, or working with a relationship, or you may even be establishing some type of contract with your job, or maybe you're even getting married or having a child, something where you're making a commitment. At this time, I need you to, or you need yourself to not have unrealistic expectations. Like you can have goals and wants, but make sure they're not unrealistic, because it could be hurting your relationship or your career. Yeah, so look on the positive sides of things, but don't put people on pedestals. Looks to me like you might be doing pretty well financially. Maybe you're holding on to what you have, like you're trying to save. Are you trying to save at this time, maybe? And yeah, right now I think you should be conserving your energy. Maybe you're giving out things, or you're thinking of giving a lot, but try to conserve your energy and build it so that you can give later. Don't be selfish, but give what you can give. All right, and this is wrapping up section number 5, our last section. Told you this was gonna be pretty long. I tried to go as fast as possible and try to be accurate as possible too. I hope you guys can add me on Instagram and Twitter. I do free readings right now for people who are tagging 3 people under a post that I've made. So at LenaMystic1, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. If you like this video, like this video. And if you'd like to hear more, or you have any, well, basically, if you'd like to hear more, just subscribe. But if you have any questions, or you have any crazy experiences you want to share with me, or, you know, you just want to write something, just write in the comment section, write in the comment section, and let me know what's going on. Let me know if this was accurate. Let me know if you want me to do a particular video on something else. I'm pretty open. And I hope you all have a beautiful day full of light, love, and positivity. See ya!